Are they dead? I mean, more dead?
Boy.
Not dead, not dead!
So, if hearing that doesn't make you immediately want to grow a beard and start chopping wood, you're probably not ready for God of War. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you will be. Released in 2018, God of War redefined what a franchise reboot could be. It went from rage-filled button mashing in ancient Greece to a deeply emotional, axe-wielding father-son road trip through Norse mythology. Think The Last of Us, but with more yelling, more gods, and fewer clickers.
Mind your tongue, boy! Until our journey is over, one of us must remain focused.
Whether you're here to see if it's still worth playing in 2024, or just want to relive the magic, strap in. We're breaking down why God of War is still one of the best games you'll ever play. And why it'll leave you wondering if you should start calling your kids boy. This isn't the same Kratos who tore through Mount Olympus fueled by rage and questionable life choices. This is a quieter, older Kratos who's wiser, but still grappling with his violent past. Living in Midgard with his son Atreus, Kratos is thrust into an emotional journey when his wife passes away. Her final wish, you ask? For them to scatter her ashes from the highest peak in the 9 realms. Of course, nothing in Norse mythology is ever that simple. From the moment they set off, the duo is hunted by gods, monsters, and everything in between. The journey becomes not just about fulfilling a promise, but also about forging a bond between a father and a son. Kratos and Atreus' relationship is the heart of the game. Watching them evolve from distant and awkward to genuinely caring feels raw and real. Kratos struggles to balance his protective instinct with his son's desire for independence. Meanwhile, Atreus is equal parts endearing and exasperating. Anyone who's dealt with a moody preteen can relate. The supporting characters are just as memorable. Brok and Sindri, the eccentric dwarven blacksmith brothers, bring humor and unexpected depth.
Did you let that seed saw put hand to your blade?
Freya, the mysterious witch of the woods, plays a crucial role, and Baldur, the game's main antagonist, is as complex as he is relentless. His encounters are less like the traditional boss fights and more like dramatic, high-stakes duels worthy of the big screen. So, let's address the axe in the room, the Leviathan axe. This weapon isn't just iconic, it's legendary. Throwing it feels so good it's borderline therapeutic. Whether you're embedding into an enemy's skull or calling it back with a satisfying thunk, the axe alone could carry the entire game. But it doesn't stop there. Partway through the story, Kratos reclaims the Blades of Chaos, his fiery chains from the old games. Their return isn't just a gameplay upgrade, it's a pivotal story moment that ties together his brutal past and uncertain future. Switching between the axe and the blades creates a dynamic combat system that's as strategic as it is visceral. So, let's talk about one of my favorite features, the combat. The combat itself is a perfect blend between weighty strikes, tactical dodges and well-timed parries. Kratos' shield isn't just for defense, it's an offensive tool that adds depth to every encounter. Meanwhile, Atreus isn't just along for the ride. His bow stunts enemies, interrupts attacks, and even summons spectral animals to wreak havoc. By the end of the game, you'll wonder how you ever managed without him. And then there are the Valkyries. These optional bosses are some of the toughest challenges in the game. Beating them feels like a rite of passage, but be prepared to spend a lot of time crushing them, and yourself, for that one mistimed dodge. So the 9 realms are a masterpiece of design. While not fully open world, God of War strikes a perfect balance between linear storytelling and open world exploration. Midgard acts as your central hub, but you'll also travel to realms like the eternal Affelheim, fiery Muspelheim, and foggy Niflheim, each with its own aesthetics and challenges. I really hope I didn't butcher these names. Exploration is rewarding but never overwhelming. Every hidden chest, rune or side quest feels purposeful. Environmental puzzles add variety, striking that sweet spot between aha moments and wait, am I an idiot? So side quests, known as favors, are worth your time. These aren't your typical fetch quests, whether you're freeing trapped dragons or unraveling the tragic stories of lost souls. Each quest enriches the world and rewards you with valuable upgrades. One of the most satisfying aspects of God of War is its deep and rewarding upgrading and progression system. Kratos and Atreus aren't just static characters, they grow stronger, more skilled and better equipped as the journey unfolds. The Leviathan Axe and the Blades of Chaos each have their own skill trees, allowing you to unlock new combos, stances and special abilities as you gather XP. Upgrading your weapons with Frozen Flames or Chaos Flames increases their power, while pommels grant unique perks tailored to your playstyle. Similarly, Kratos' armor can be customized with chest, wrist and waist pieces, each affecting key stats like strength, defense and runic abilities. Even Atreus gets an upgrade path with new skills, bows and armor to make him a more valuable ally in combat. Add enhancements, talismans and special runic attacks and you have a system that not only enhances the gameplay, but also lets you craft a build that fits your style. Whether you focus on raw power, magical prowess or survivability, every decision feels impactful and rewarding. So is it still worth playing in 2024? Absolutely. This game still holds up as a masterpiece. That's also the reason why it was chosen as Game of the Year. The combat is still exhilarating, the story still hits hard, and the visuals are as jaw-dropping as ever. Plus, with frequent sales dropping the price to as low as $19 on Steam, there's no excuse not to give it a try. And for those wondering, no, you don't need to play the older games to understand this one. Sure, knowing Kratos' backstory adds depth, but this game stands on its own feet as a brilliant entry point into the series. So, should you play God of War? Yes. Should you call your child boy after playing it? Also yes, but maybe only in private. This game isn't just about fighting gods or exploring the realms. It's about what it means to be a human, to grow, to heal, and to occasionally hurl an axe at the zombie's face. So if you've played it before, let me know your favorite moment in the comments. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? And if this review didn't convince you, well, maybe Kratos can. And if you're still on the fence about diving into some epic adventures, click the bloop here to check out my video on Shadow of War. This might just make your backlog a little heavier, but you won't regret it. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, donate, masturbate.